Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cleveland Browns and the New England Patriots. This one taken from the 7th. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago. They talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, Dwyer. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the...
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that's caught by Smith. He's at the 40, past the 20, And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding of the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Back to throw. Dwyer. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They'll run on first down. Burnett. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. On third and goal, Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Throwing again on second and 10. Dwyer. And an alley to run. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They run. Chubb. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now a play fake here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense on.
Ready. Hey, shoot. Hang over. Score.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Dwyer looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking to throw. Dwyer. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
Looking to throw. Trubisky on first down. Herndon's got it complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
Leo!
Throwing on first down. Dwyer. Open man is Samuel, complete. 23 yards, the final tally. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Hey, Haywood! Let's get this. Ready?
Back to throw. Dwyer. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Trubisky, and incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On third down, Trubisky. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for it's caught inside the 25. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Burnett. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky, throw complete to Herndon. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Dwyer. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll keep it on the ground. Burnett. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. He's got Herndon. He's tied in. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
90 is the mic. Focus, defense, focus.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burnett. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
A gain of 1. brings up 3rd and 12.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's Samuel, caught left side.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Look, he's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check it back, check it back. Hey, lock it. 36. Snap.
From the gun, Dwyer. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Dwyer. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next? Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
And that is caught, and the record is his. It's a touchdown. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Go. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Ready.
Following the fumble recovery, Dwyer. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off down at the 2. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Bella pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. A gain of 6 there on first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's get the ball.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down again. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
There. Check 43.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Bang, 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 bang. Check, get it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Yep.
Motion.
Kill.
Switch.
Look, squeeze. Go. 51. Big rip.
Back to throw. Dwyer going deep downfield for Roll. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Check 24. Check.
On first down, Dwyer. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Off play action. Dwyer. Got a man open. It's Ross. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
But in that case, run it up.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
And now out come the Patriots. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Trubisky to throw. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Dwyer, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners
who
had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal.
Check the hey, high 7.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, check.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51.
I smell
Snap.
Off the play fake. Dwyer. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?